I'm Chris Williams from Cyclone Fanatic, and a proud Iowa State graduate from the class of 2007. No one shows up like Iowa State fans. And Cyclones support Cyclones on and off the field. Your gift can provide scholarships to students, fund groundbreaking research. We could even drum up opportunities for the marching band. Visit MoveWhatMatters.com to learn how you can make an impact today.
He's the prime cut passer from behind the meat counter. It's Fairway Frank. And introducing a 6'3" center who's a cut above the rest. Say hello to Audie Crooks.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cyclone Fanatic pregame show. I'm your host, Leah Nelson. Connor Ferguson will be joining me in the studio to talk about your Iowa State women's basketball team taking on Houston tonight at 6:30 at Hilton Coliseum. But before we get started, as always, let's thank our sponsors. We've got our title sponsor, Channel Seed. Once again, they are both the title sponsor of both the men's and women's show. So we're super excited to have them on board, and our friends over at Fairway Meat and Grocery. Get all of your favorite produce and meat at Fairway. Check them out this week. It's cold, so maybe take a trip to Fairway. It'll make your week. All right. Connor, you've got some crazy news to share regarding Houston basketball team. So why don't we just start off with that, what you saw?
Yeah, absolutely. Early, a little bit before the game today, but Houston only had 5 players warming up for this game. Some rumors about the flu going around. I believe 6 players on the court right now. I'm getting live updates from people because I'm in here, obviously. So rumors of the flu. Houston is dead last in the Big 12 already. One of those rumors was about the team's leading scorer, Layla Blair. She is warming up, so I think she will be playing in this game. Very good news for Houston. She averages 13 a game for them, but obviously this is looking like some tough sledding for Houston against Iowa State, who will also be out one player, Ariana Jackson, with a foot injury. I don't have a longer dateline on that or anything going forward yet, but I'm working on that for tonight. And really peculiar and crazy stuff can happen when you least expect it, and we're gonna have a weird one tonight for sure.
It's definitely tough. The flu is going around, so everyone stay safe out there.
It's been going around for a month and a half. I think I was sick 3 times this winter.
I'm telling you, it's when the weather changes and it goes from being 40 or 50 degrees to negative 20. I don't understand. It's crazy. And it is disappointing, obviously, for Houston to be out so many players. And it's also disappointing that Jackson is out because I feel like she is just getting into like a great groove. I feel like we've been talking about her a lot on these post-game and pre-game shows. Hopefully it won't be too long, but talk a little bit about, you said they've won 1 conference game, Houston has. And sometimes these games are easy to kind of look over and not take too seriously. But Iowa State's on a 3-game winning streak, and these next few games are really important as the season closes. So talk about how Iowa State needs to really stay focused tonight to get this dub.
Yeah, if you go back and watch Bill Finley's press conference on Monday, that sounds right. It was Monday. He probably the best answer a coach could ever give when you're asking if you're going to overlook anybody, and just the fact that they're not. They lost to a last place UCF last year in Orlando in a pivotal spot, and that took a lot of the wind out of the sails during the season. And Iowa State knows it can't do that. Every player that has played for Iowa State knows it can't do that. And I don't think many of those teams have gotten away with overlooking lesser opponents, I would say. So just looking at this game, I expect a little bit of the same of yesterday's. There's going to be an issue if you come out sluggish. It's not going to be pretty. I don't think they'll do that, but if they do, it's going to be very evident early in the game. They could be up by 4 points, and you might see the coach going after all the players. And that's just, the nature of the beast with these types of games. And it's a look ahead game. You got a top 25 matchup on Saturday with a really good Baylor team, and a really big opportunity for Iowa State, who by ESPN Charlie Cream's bracketology, I hope Tommy and I start doing one ourselves someday.
Your own bracketology?
Yeah. I think
the dang cord.
We are on.
There you go. You're good.
That's part of my take that started playing. Nice. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I hope someday that'd be in the cards. It'd be cool to do. I've done it before just for fun on the men's side, but they have them as the last team in right now. I want to do a deeper dive. I might have something different. We'll see. Sometime over the next few weeks, literally next 2 weeks, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll have that for you guys, because that's something I do enjoy, and something that I think he's been, I wouldn't say off. I don't think he's like completely inaccurate, but there's times where it's like this team was a 11 in your final bracket and they lined up as a 7, and I'm looking at it like, man, they had 3 big wins the last 3 weeks. They slapped there at 11. But Iowa State centric still needs a big win and big opportunity on Saturday to get that, and you don't want to screw the pooch and cancel it out with a loss tonight.
It's crazy that you're already talking about postseason, but if you look at the schedule, seriously, Iowa State, Houston, and then Baylor, UCF, and Kansas State before the Big 12 tournament. So it is insane just how fast Iowa State basketball has been going, or basketball in general, but it just shows how important these last few games are, and Iowa State can't look over anyone, especially, a Houston team, because you never know what might happen. But besides Houston's leading scorer that seems like she will be playing, is there anyone else that Iowa State fans kind of need to keep an eye on tonight?
Yeah, well, if they're on the floor, I would say that Gigi Cook, I want to get their names right here, and Ilea Love, I haven't heard it, so that's on me. But Love averages 6.3 rebounds per game. That's the best on their team. And then Cook is the other double-digit scorer. All three of Cook, Love, and Blair averaging double figures. And Merchant, another guard for them as well, averaging 9.2 points per game. And they're 5-20. Like, just to put it lightly, any player can have their night. Those are the 4 that have been scoring for them at a consistent rate and putting up the numbers that you want to see out of 4 players. It's just that they don't have anything to complement that, and you have to have the chemistry at the same time to make it work for those 4 players to succeed. You can't just have a team of 4 players because there's 5 on the floor. So
1,000%. And
if 6 play tonight, we'll see what happens.
On Iowa State side, obviously, with Jackson being out with a foot injury, who do you think will step up and try to take what she's done and make it her own tonight?
I think it's Regan Wilson. That's, she's a freshman. She's shown this year that she can be a formidable point guard when things are going correctly. And I want to see her take another step in this game. This is an opportunity. You should shine here, and you should be able to exploit Houston. And I'm looking for her to have a breakout performance if you can have one against a 5-20 team. But I expect her to do big things tonight.
I think it's a great opportunity for her tonight to be able to step up and gain a little bit of confidence, especially going into the postseason, because we need everyone on the bench to be able to really step up for Iowa State. I don't know if you've been in Hilton yet. I know you're in the press room, but is the crowd going to be big tonight? It's another cold one in Ames I saw, but what are your thoughts on that?
You make me nervous with these. Last night we're sitting there and it filled in exactly how I figured it would, but like 10 minutes before the game, I'm like, man, there's a lot of empty seats. Did the weather actually get Cyclone fans? Obviously it didn't, but I don't know. Should be an all right crowd. The opponent doesn't make it easy. The Wednesday night, 6:30 doesn't make it easy, but I think Iowa State fans will be out and enthusiastically ready to support this team.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much, Connor. I'm excited to watch the game. You guys can tune in right after for the post-game show. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Channel Seed as our title sponsor, and Fairway Meat and Grocery. And thanks to Aiden for producing. Go Cyclones.